A top free agent is set to debut very soon on WWE television. We're going to talk about that, plus WrestleMania 41 plans and much more right here on The Ango Show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know WrestleMania 40 is now behind us, but that means we got a lot to discuss because things are happening quickly and fast. Damian Priest has reportedly re-signed with the company. In fact, Damian Priest himself is the source because on a WWE digital exclusive, Damian Priest revealed that he has signed a new contract with the WWE. Now, obviously, Damian Priest just won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40 by cashing in successfully on Drew McIntyre. I thought, obviously, this segment played out very well on TV. And Drew McIntyre will eventually get his chance. But Damian Priest, for now, holds the World Heavyweight Championship. Interestingly enough, I do find it crazy how people are already starting to turn on Damian Priest, saying that his World Heavyweight Championship reign will not last or it will not be successful. The guy's literally held the belt for one day, and people have already drawn the conclusion that Damian Priest will not be a good world champion, despite the fact that people have been asking for new World Heavyweight Champions for a very long time. Now, Damian Priest, obviously one of Triple H's babies, right? Came from NXT. Triple H obviously had a big part of Damian Priest coming to WWE and everything. I look forward to seeing what he does. I like the Judgment Day stuff. I like the storylines that they're doing on TV. I don't need Damian Priest to hold this world title for 8 years. I don't need him to hold it for a year. I don't need him to even hold it for 9 months. I just, nice little reign. And I think the best thing to do now that we know that he signed his contract, if WWE does re-sign Finn Balor, which it sounds like is very possible, I would like to see them split off and have a feud. I would actually like Finn Balor to be the one to dethrone Damian Priest later this year. I feel like Finn Balor definitely has to get his title back, and I feel like for Damian Priest, it makes a lot of sense. Him and Finn Balor for a long time have planted the seeds of a split, and everything happens for a reason, and that's what the Triple H era absolutely is. But as far as Damian Priest re-signing with the company, I feel like it's important to discuss simply for the fact that Damian Priest and many others are becoming free agents, and instead of becoming a free agent, Damian Priest has decided to stay with the company. So it's great. If you guys wanted him to go to AEW, it's not happening. Doesn't mean that others won't, but it just means that Damian Priest will not be joining the company. In fact, he is staying in WWE, and it makes a lot of sense considering he was just given the World Heavyweight Championship. I want to turn our attention to WrestleMania 41 because according to Dave Meltzer, he believes The Rock versus Cody Rhodes will be happening next year. And I don't know what to believe here. I don't know if I should be happy about this. In fact, I think the feeling that I'm getting at this stage is a little bit of disappointment. And I don't know if I believe Dave Meltzer here, quite honestly. Cody and The Rock, they had that segment on Raw, 45 minutes long, absolutely long. Very good segment, though. And now Dave Meltzer is saying publicly that he believes that the planned singles match between the two will take place at next year's WrestleMania. And that just doesn't fall in line with the Rock versus Roman thing. So I have no idea what to expect here. And I think people are either trying to leak false information to Dave, or Dave is just speculating, or Dave is living in fantasy land. I do not know. But this is what Dave believes is to be the case. And I just cannot see it. I don't see how WWE would hold off on it. I understand The Rock is going away for Hollywood, and The Rock is busy, and we know this, and we're not stupid. But it just seems like in plain sight, WWE has been telling us Rock versus Roman for like the last 6 years. I do not understand why they would opt out of this unless The Rock and Roman doesn't take place until WrestleMania 42. And I don't understand why they would prolong it. Maybe The Rock versus Roman is too big for Minnesota. I don't know. I don't know. I find it freaking hilarious that it's even... I don't know. To me, the way I look at this is Cody versus The Rock should be taking place at SummerSlam. If it's not taking place at SummerSlam, it should be taking place at a pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. probably later this year in November. Crown jewel, right? But for now, the idea that Cody and The Rock will take place at WrestleMania 41, now I'm supposed to believe. Look, I love what Roman Reigns did with the WWE Championship, but he held it for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Obviously, that's an exaggeration. He held it for like a very long time, though. And I don't need Cody to do the same exact thing. And I don't even want him to be remotely close. I want Cody to have good 8, 9 months with the belt, and he should drop it. So ultimately, I don't want to see Cody just be in plain sight having matches that are meaningless because, The Rock and Cody might take place next year. And I want that singles match. But don't make me wait until next year WrestleMania to get it, because the story that's bigger than Cody and The Rock is The Rock versus Roman. And that actually leads us to our final topic of the day, because we all know by now Jacob Fatu has joined the WWE. But what you guys may not know is that the debut is expected to be happening relatively fast. Triple H and the executives have reportedly been very high up on Jacob Fatu. And with them bringing in Jacob Fatu, the plan is for him to get a massive push right off the rip. Dave Meltzer also goes on to say that they plan on bringing him in relatively soon and pushed relatively quickly as well. I know I've spoken to people that have specifically told me that Jacob Fatu is somebody that WWE has wanted in the past. The big concern was like legal history or something like that. So, at the end of the day with Jacob Fatu, he has the look. If you guys have never watched him wrestle, watch him wrestle. He is really good. For a long time he was in MLW, and MLW is not the greatest promotion out there. I feel like a lot of people don't really get the chance to really shine and become a big name out of MLW. And I always wondered, I was like, okay, well, Fatu could obviously go to AEW, WWE, or TNA, and it doesn't matter. He'll fit any one of those 3 companies, right? WWE, rightfully so, will do good things with him. They will. Jacob Fatu is going to be the catalyst of what Triple H, you're just going to see it right in front of you. Triple H will not play games. What I'm very intrigued to see, though, is how they incorporate Jacob Fatu, because my original prediction is that WWE will do 2 different bloodlines, and it's going to be a civil war for the next year. So instead of Cody versus Roman or Cody versus Rock, it's going to be Rock versus Roman, but it's going to be heel bloodline, babyface bloodline. Been talking about this for months, guys, and I think it's definitely happening. Jacob Fatu is coming to the WWE, but the debut is happening sooner, maybe even this Friday. Who knows? Get ready, my friends. And WWE, if you can, please make some dope video packages for this guy. Let people really get to know who he is, because he is a very talented individual, and you want to set him up for high success.